I did it. What she's not saying when she said I did it was that she sold her car within 24 hours of posting it, moved out of her apartment, bought a van, sold pretty much everything she collected in her adult life, despite had an ear infection and urgent care trip in the middle of it all, hence the cough, thanks to the help of amazing people in her life. And of course, her stubbornness. Hey, I'm Valerie. I recently bought a 2019 RAM ProMaster that I'm building out to live in full-time with my best friends, Daisy and Bentley. A lot of my world is changing, but adventure, music, mystics, dancing, art, and living with purpose, freedom, and connection remain the threads that hold it together. If you're here, you probably vibe with that too. Welcome. Step 1, remove metal stuff. Got nice heavy-duty metal shelving. A bunch of this metal partition thing. Motion activated lights, which are pretty nice. Check out my crib. Tonight I am going to remove this metal. You want to say hi? Come on, brother. Little boy. This is my dog Bentley. Rusty, Noble Steed. This is my dog Daisy. Hi Daisy. You want to come up here? These are my Noble Steeds. They will be helping out every step of the van, won't you? Yes, you will. How do you feel about living in this van, Bentley?
We gonna live in here?
How about you, Daisy? How do you feel about living in this van?
Will there be treats?
Looks are a positive sign. I think you're gonna love it. All right, should I try to remove this stuff?
Good luck.
Cool. All right, let's get started. First things first, I doused the screws in WD-40 because I did not want them to play with me. They were rusty in some areas. It turns out the shelves are pretty okay. The partition played with me a little bit. But get to know your socket set. For me, it was the first time using a socket set, so I watched some videos off cam, and then I matched the socket sizes to the bolts that I had to remove, and it was pretty easy of a process to go ahead and remove them. I would definitely suggest using an adapter to use your drill to remove it because it just goes so much easier. Here's how it'll look like. Now, with removing them, you can definitely do it by yourself. It's definitely easier to do it with someone else for an extra helping hand. And plan ahead. If you found yourself with a van that has shelves, I knew I had to remove mine because I had to clean the insides, but this pause is actually me looking into junk removal prices because I was like, I don't want to do this. I did not end up doing junk removal. I wanted to take them out so that I could sell them. They did not end up selling. Nobody came to want them. And so I ended up having to move them back into the van to junk them and then back out of the van to junk them. So just plan ahead, know your options. I did have someone reach out to me asking about the shelves like weeks later after I had already got them removed, so that was a bummer. But yeah, overall, easy process. These bolts though, they played. Well, we got the metal shelves removed. Is that a feat? I escaped with just one boo-boo, and I would say that's pretty good boo-boo rates. The metal partition, it's all the way out as much as I can get. The little rusty screws on the bottom, they be rusty, they be stripped. I bathe them in WD-40. See what a night soaking in that lovely lube will do for those screws. And that sounds like a tomorrow me problem. It wasn't that hard, like at the end of the day. It wasn't that hard once you get into the flow of it. Definitely had to gain some tool fluency tonight. So, since my last video, the check engine light came on, which led me to go to AutoZone, which led me to go to Big O Tires, which led me to do diagnostic, which led them to do a full inspection. It was the purge flow valve connector error code that was coming on, and they did a diagnostic. Turns out that the gas cap was on a little loose. The nice thing of that was the nails were stripped. People at the shop take a whack at them, and now I have only 2 more strip nails to deal with. That's a tomorrow problem, but tonight, this is the help of my mom to move all this crap back into the van. By the way, if anyone sells you one of these vans and that has the metal partition and the shelving and they're like, oh, you can make money off of this, it's possible. Didn't happen for me. It became a big extra thing I had to deal with. I'll probably end up having to pay to dispose of it. Get them to do that for you. Well, thankfully I didn't have to pay to dispose of these, and it was a whole heck of a lot easier with 2 people. Dun, 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 dun. Or at least the metal partition. If I had any videos of that, it'd be me struggling with the screws for so long. Eventually, it was me just applying so much pressure and just trying and trying and trying. And then someone came over. I was in the junkyard and helped me basically throw it into a tin. And I said, yeah, fuck yeah. A lot of F words were said. But look how happy I was. My handyman's chicken. Today is the day. We are cutting into the roof for MaxxAir Fan installation. Hopefully we do it right. I wanted to do a do-it-yourself kind of build, and I want to do that for pretty much everything that I can. But when it comes to structural integrity and electrical work, those are the two things I will be hiring out. Let's see how it goes. The overall process for installing your fan is actually pretty simple, but first things first, you're going to start with measuring the square. It's 14 by 14 inches. I was very excited to have that process done. Then you're going to start with the 4 corner holes, and once you have those done, then you get up on top, measure out your square again, and you get to cutting. 4 pilot holes have been drilled. Wow. So one thing that I saw was really helpful was people put a box on the roof so that all the shards get collected. So we're gonna do that. We have the box taped on, and the cuts are being done as we speak. Once you got everything measured out, it's really just a matter of cutting in a straight line. If you have a magnet, using it to hold the metal piece was really nice. If not, you can use a tape. Woo! It's like cutting the umbilical cord. My girl! How do you work this thing? After creating a hole in my roof, we filed the edges, went over the edges with rust primer, taped the frame, and pre-drilled the holes, which is what you're seeing now. Laid buckle tape around the edges, screwed in the screws through the tape, finished it with self-leveling sealant. It is in. It is running, my dudes. It feels great. Nice thing about this deluxe air fan is you can set the temperature. You can see the room temp. You can turn this sucker up and down. We're doing it. Step 1, cut into your roof and put it in a van. Done. See you next time for more vivacious van build moments.